I want to pull up this clip you have of Ron DeSantis. We have this tweet from Laura Loomer.
He got loomered.
Ron DeSantis gets loomered inside his hotel. This is the image that's going viral. It's being memed. Ron DeSantis looking shocked as, of course, Laura Loomer confronts him. But there's a really interesting point brought up in your confrontation, a question that was asked by you and another individual. Ron DeSantis,
he looks scared to death already.
He really does. And that's
Poor
why it's been
portly
memed.
guy.
Great screenshot.
Ron DeSantis issued a state of emergency in Florida after a major storm hit. There's flooding.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. And I didn't know that. I'm here.
It's 2 days ago.
We are in Iowa right now during what they call a blizzard of the decade, a once-in-a-decade blizzard. The businesses didn't open today. We went to, Starbucks was closed. We were able to get some coffee. Unfortunately, we didn't have any Casper here with us. But we tried going to a Thai food restaurant, closed. Next door pizza shop, closed. There's a few places that are still open. We went to a hotel restaurant to find food to get lunch because hotels are open.
Uber Eats, delayed by 30 minutes.
Oh, gee, it's crazy.
Minimum.
Now, here's the point.
$10 rebate.
And I'm banned on
Why?
Uber Eats. How do you think I feel?
Damn,
So here's when I watched this clip of you, I heard that and I went, whoa, wait, really? And I checked out the state of emergency. Ron DeSantis is the governor of Florida. His state needs him.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of being there, he is in Iowa, a place right now where, let's be honest, the storm has everything shut down. He doesn't need to be here. He can campaign, he can be in Florida, and then he can remotely do what he needs to do. But it is shocking to me that at a time where the city is paralyzed by this blizzard, he opted to be in Iowa during their blizzard instead of Florida.
Oh, it's even worse than that. So he flew to Florida. I think it's today's what, the 12th? So I think it was the 9th. If you check the day, the screenshot. On the 9th, he flies, 9th or the 10th, flies to Tallahassee from Iowa to give his State of the State address. Stays for a couple hours, declares a state of emergency while he's there, and then immediately gets on a plane back to Iowa. So you fly to give a state of the state, and he's getting booed by legislators and lawmakers who are there in attendance because the town of Tallahassee had been affected by the storms. Okay, 49 out of 67 of Florida's counties were affected by the storms and the tornadoes. And Ron DeSantis is polling at 14% in Iowa, 5% in New Hampshire. They stopped all ad spending in New Hampshire. And it's like, come on. You wasted $300 million of everyone's money fucking around, pretending like you're going to be president of the United States. You're an absentee governor. Cut it out. Get back to Florida and do your damn job.
I'm sorry. This one really pissed me off because I have said I liked him policy-wise. He shouldn't have been running. His campaign's run poorly. But his state needs him right now. And look, I know the DeSantis people are going to come at me and say, Donald Trump did this, Donald Trump did that, he went on vacation. Fine, by all means. Like, criticizing any other of these politicians, I will say yes to you. When I see Ron DeSantis do what you just described, Laura, fly in, fly out, and he's in a state that is undergoing, he's in Des Moines, there's a blizzard, and he's here instead of his home state, I'm just like, look, aside from the fact it was the wrong move, morally, he also just lost a tremendous opportunity to prove he is the good leader by standing with Florida and saying to all the people of Iowa, know this, as your president, I will never abandon you, like I will not abandon the people of my state today.
If we have a national...
This isn't the first time he's done this, though.
Right, and the last thing I want to say is he had an opportunity to actually use this as a secondary method of maybe this is how he bows out gracefully by saying, I will not be at the Iowa caucus because my state needs me, I won't abandon them. Instead, I'm looking at his face, this scared face, and I'm like, here's a guy who abandoned his state during a state of emergency to be third or fourth place. Like you just pointed out, he's losing. He spent all this money. I'm like, this is abject campaign failure in every possible way.
Governors are not supposed to be able to run for president. They've got to step down from governance in order to do that because the campaign's so demanding. So what did he do to change that rule?
So I said that to him too. If you want to play the video, we can play it and talk about it, or talk about it and then play it, whatever you want to do, Tim. But essentially, and I talked about this when I was on your show a couple months ago, right, when I debated the aging lesbian, Bill Mitchell.
Shout out to Bill.
Bill Mitchell.
And I want to clarify too, he's the one who said that. And he and
very funny guy.
He was in on the joke. He rolled with the punches, but that was him who said that.
He said it. You know.
Can we play this clip?
Play the clip and we'll talk about it, and I'll explain it. Yeah.
All right.
That was today.
Do we have? I don't think we have audio though.
You gotta get audio.
Yeah, no audio.
Gimme.
All right, never mind.
Nope.
That's Laura on the left.
Well,
we can wait till you get audio.
Yeah,
You want to wait till?
I think we just got to click the, and we'll start it over.
Start it over. Start it over then.
So let's see here.
So this is today. You want a full screen?
I'm recording.
Hey, Governor. When are you going to drop out? Don't you think you've already wasted enough of people's money? $300 million? Governor DeSantis, why do you have a bubble-wrapped campaign, Ron? Pretending to get a drink. Are you going to be endorsing President Trump when you drop out the night of the Iowa caucus, or hopefully shortly after? An absentee governor who changed the law in Florida so that you could run for president. Answer a question, Ron. I thought you were never back down. Never back down, Ron. Whatever happened to that? Don't
That made me
assault
laugh.
Press charges against you.
There's a state of emergency in your state. Why aren't you there?
There's a state of emergency in the state of Florida that you declared, and you abandoned Floridians,
Why are
Ron.
you hitting me? Why are you hitting me?
You wouldn't be governor if it wasn't for President Trump. You betrayed President Trump. You betrayed the people of Florida. And you're going to lose 14% in Iowa, 5% in New Hampshire, Ron.
You're a
As you
nightmare.
can see. It's always about gets backing better. down with Ron DeSantis.
No, it gets worse.
Hey,
Play the
everybody,
rest.
so I'm here in front of the
More
Sheraton
happens?
Hotel in West Des Moines, Iowa, and Ron DeSantis just got loomered. He looked petrified. Honestly, I think that his soul left his body when he saw me, and he's such a coward. Whatever happened to never back down, right? Never back down. He ran into the hotel convenience lobby, you know, where they sell the little snacks and the waters and the tampons and things
Well,
like that.
let's just. I want to. You're here. You can tell us exactly.
No, it's just 30 more seconds. Just play it.
When you said absentee
That's
governor's
where Ron
eyes.
DeSantis ran to
You don't
hide
wanna
from
piss
me,
off Laura,
and then
Tim.
he took the elevator up to the 9th floor
Play the
to run
rest.
away from me. This is a guy who is too scared to face an independent journalist. Laura Loomer, he's running a bubble-wrapped, insulated campaign, doesn't want to talk to the people, and he runs away. He's going to lose. President Trump is going to kick his ass in Iowa on Monday, January 15th. And that's it for Ron. You killed your political career, Ron, and I hope you're happy. You just got loomered, bitch.
And now you know what the weather was
I like
like
that
in
music.
Iowa today. Sideways blowing
Yeah.
snow.
Oh, and it got crazier a few hours ago. It was just like total whiteout.
When you said absentee governor, that's when his eyes went screenshot, and he was like realized what he was doing being away from Florida. Like,
It's you know what really
Is.
really
I call
shocked
him,
me.
I call him fag. You know why I call him fag? Florida's absentee governor. I'm not calling him gay, right?
Oh, I see.
I'm saying it's
an
Florida's
acronym.
absent. Yeah, it's an acronym.
Look.
Florida's
I
absentee
was
governor.
I was
Maybe I
really
didn't say that the right way. Florida's absentee governor. That's Ron DeSantis.
I was I'm disheartened. I'm like, here's this guy that 2 years ago, just about not even 2 years ago, I was hanging out at the Daily Wire crew saying, I think he might be the guy. He's got the young energy. He's got the Trump stuff behind him. Trump hadn't announced or anything like that. We don't know what he was doing. Ron DeSantis was the lead in the betting markets across the board. He was favored to win. He's now below Nikki Haley.
So
what did he do?
And I'm sorry. Look, like we've consistently said,
He's
well,
below
look,
Vivek Ramaswamy too in New Hampshire. I mean,
Right.
he's actually in 5th place in New Hampshire,
we've
was until Chris Christie dropped out. Yeah.
We've talked about how he's great on policy. He's done a good job in Florida, and there's a lot of things he's done that we can say are good. But this is a hell of a way to end your political career, to leave your state during an emergency to campaign where you're losing.
and getting loomered.
well, see the
Yes.
thing.
Well, maybe he's trying to do a retribution arc, because what better way to fail and then try to make your way out of this hole that you dug yourself in? I mean, there's that possibility.
Well, the decision that he made to only go with corporate media and to avoid
Yeah.
all alt media, basically, as someone said earlier, like he should have done exactly what Vivek's done. If he had an ounce of charisma, if he wasn't so deep on the spectrum, he could actually just engage with all of the people that are like churning the culture out in this country. But instead, he's avoided us. Now he's getting loomered and looks like he shit his pants when she approached him. It's just devastating to watch. I moved to Florida because of this guy. I'm a California refugee. I appreciate what he did as governor, but his campaign has been disastrous on a level that I can't even really
And
fathom.
it's not just Ron; it's also Nikki. Okay, so there's arguments to be made for, if you're someone like Ron DeSantis, don't engage if, say, like Laura Loomer's coming at
He
you.
engaged today, though, and you can't. Okay, this is the thing. You can't go around calling your pack never back down. I mean, it's so ridiculous. Never back down, right? Just like I said in the video. Oh, never back down, except with Laura Loomer, right?
He won't even do a Spaces
he
with
won't
Josie.
even.
Like he's so.
Wow, because he doesn't like us.
You can't go around saying that
Laura.
you're a fighter and say never back down and then run. He had every single confrontation, I'm convinced, to stage. He had climate protesters
grab
today.
the mic.
He had climate protesters today at his event yesterday in Ames, and he goes, "You're being rude. This is my time, not yours. Be quiet. Be quiet." I mean, he just acts like a toddler. First of all, every time he speaks, and secondly, he likes to talk like he's so tough. And even worse, you could pull up the tweet. 10 minutes after he got loomered, he posted a tweet on. Pull it up so people can see. He posted a tweet on his Ron DeSantis account that said something like, "Oh, I'll never run away from anything except me."
No,
right? Except me.
No, it's I'd say mostly you, but did you know that Ron DeSantis' campaign has banned his people from appearing on Timcast IRL?
Yeah, for a while now. We talked
For a
about
long
that
time.
last time I was on. It's crazy.
But this is
And-
what makes Vivek's campaign so impressive.
Yeah.
I have never seen anyone that's willing to talk to. He's done my show with Luke. He's done my show solo. He's done
Yeah.
Dave Smith. He's done IRL. He's
on
like
my
Ron,
show.
Ron has.
Loomer.
on my show?
He's done
No, Vivek.
every.
Oh, right.
No, I would say Vivek. He will talk to anybody, and it's totally unscripted. He will take all comers, people that are detractors, people that don't like him. He is like it's just purely through
He's
the
inviting
fire.
protesters outside who are protesting his
Yeah.
event to come inside
He's
and
like,
start
"Let's
a
go."
dialogue
Well,
with them.
it
So
was-
shouts out to individuals like that who are willing to face criticism, who are willing to face controversy and have hard, difficult conversations. That's what wins elections, and that's
Or
what
it's what
DeSantis is
should.
not doing. He
Yeah.
should be doing this show. He should be arguing. He should be making his stand, and he's not doing any of that. He does. I mean, no contentious interviews. Are you kidding me? You're running a campaign here. Talk to the people who, of course, represent the people the most, the independent media, the people on the ground, the people who represent the people more than the corporate media that
Yeah.
you keep giving exclusive interviews to.
And
It's a
that's why,
shame.
That's why I said when he was in there, I said, "Ron, why are you running a bubble wrap insulated campaign?" Because Nikki Haley is too. They want to wrap these people in bubble wrap to protect them because everything has to be scripted, every little interaction. Nikki Haley has town halls, and now she doesn't even take town hall questions anymore. Whereas Vivek Ramaswamy, I was at his press conference at the Iowa Capitol the other day, and he's given a talk about no eminent domain for private gain. And this, lady from Cambodia starts screeching at the top of her lungs, and he says, "How about this? Let's make a deal. I'm going to give you the microphone for 60 seconds, and you're going to make your case, and then I'm going to tell you why you're wrong." And, I've never seen anything like it. It's honestly, I'm a Trump supporter, and I'm voting for Trump. No one's ever going to change my mind, but it is so impressive. It is so impressive to see the way that Vivek communicates with opposition.
Here's the big takeaway, too, and I hope people have taken note of this, is that because Nikki Haley and DeSantis took corporate donors, it made it impossible for them to do the media circuit that Vivek has done, because if they say the things that would be popular in those audiences, their donors are going to be pissed. So they can't do it. They've basically taken the money so they can buy the ads, and they're just going to have their influencers try and set the narrative as to who they are and how they'll govern.
And set
But-
their policies from the highest
Absolutely.
interest who
Exactly.
paid for them, just like we saw with Ron DeSantis' flip-flop on Ukraine, which was the first sign that I saw, especially after the Tucker Carlson interview, where he bowed down, he cowed down to the corporate media, but more importantly, he took special interest money and then flipped his own policies,
sold out.
which is something that I don't want to see from my political leader.
I remember back when Luke was like, "Ron's doing a great job in Florida."
Yeah,
Now
he was
it's-
ahead of the polls. He
I
did
know.
an incredible job in Florida. He did an incredible job
anymore.
with the sickness. He did an incredible
think
job
so.
when it came to people's bodily autonomy. He did an incredible job, especially when it came to countering all this nonsense when the corporate media was telling everyone that there was going to be a genocide in Florida because of his COVID policies.
But
Luke, you
look,
think that, but honestly, as somebody, now, from my understanding, right, like you moved to Florida, so
Absolutely.
yeah, so for people who saw it from the outside, it was all a farce. Okay, Ron DeSantis is a Manchurian candidate, and as we know, Fox News has been grooming him for years now to be this opposition candidate to Donald Trump. His COVID record was no different than the record of some of these Democrats. It's just the media lied about it. I was running for Congress in 2020 in Palm Beach County, and I was not able to knock on doors because there were lockdown orders, and you were threatened with arrest in Palm Beach County for walking on the beach. There were parents that got arrested. There were the first time a pastor has ever been arrested in over 120 years in the United States happened in Tampa, Florida, and he's now, I believe, supporting President Trump. I'm telling you right now, people were lied to about Ron DeSantis' record. He pushed the vaccine. He's on video telling everybody that the vaccines have a 99% effectiveness rate. And I know people are going to say, well, how can you be a hypocrite? Trump pushed the vaccine too. Trump never,
is pushing the
Trump
vaccine,
never
but he's
forced
still
anybody
pushing
to get
it.
But it's a matter of
But
choice.
he's still pushing
guys,
it.
guys,
And I don't
guys.
agree
Still
with it.
pushing
And
it,
I'm
though.
not
But-
vaccinated.
but-
I will never take the vaccine.
Right, but
I refuse to.
why are we trying
But-
to adjudicate something 4 years ago when
Because
right now
I
Ron
was just
DeSantis...
making the point that he's not a good governor, and people need to stop saying that he had a great record on COVID because it's a lie. You can read his own executive orders that say, I'm locking down the beaches, I'm locking down the restaurants. He's a liar. He's a
and I can
Manchurian
say-
candidate.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.